children, please remember the first round that we are going to begin with this morning. It's a round of direct spellings. I will call out the word. I will say the word 3 times for your clarity so that you hear me clearly. And then you have to spell the word. Any participant of the house can raise hand, and I will ask the first person who raises hand to spell the word. Now, you have to spell the word instantly. We will not pause, wait, then it will pass to the next house. If you get the spelling right, then you get a plus 10 for your house. And this is mainly for Roshmita ma'am and Koninika ma'am. If they get the spelling right, then they get a plus 10. If they don't get it right, there's no negative marking. We are enjoying this morning. So then it will pass to the next house. When it passes to the next house, you have to immediately, answer. There's not going to be any thinking time. If they get it right, then the bonus is plus 5. Is that okay, Roshmita ma'am and Koninika ma'am? So then shall we roll with the first round?
Absolutely.
Piyul, please keep yourselves on mute. You're part of the audience. Do not disturb the Spell Bee finals. All right, so we will start with Brahmaputra house and we will go in alphabetical order. So the round will move as Brahmaputra, then we have Ganga, then we will have Indus, and then we will have Yamuna. So Brahmaputra house, the first question of Spell Beef Interhouse Finals 2021 coming up for you. Spell embarrassment. The word is embarrassment. The word is embarrassment. Brahmaputra house.
Ma'am, Samidha raised hand first.
Yes, Samidha, please go for it.
Ma'am, EMBARRASSMENT.
Brilliant start this morning to the Spell Bee finals with Brahmaputra house taking it away. That was not an easy word, but Samidha went for it straight away and she gave us the right spelling with the double R's and the double S's, and she said it right there. So plus 10 to Brahmaputra house. Well done, Samidha. The next question, next slide. Yes. The next word is for Ganga house. Ganga house, your word is etiquette. The word is etiquette. The word is
Sumedha.
etiquette. Sumedha, go for it, please. Sumedha, I can't hear you. Excellent, Sumedha. That was absolutely correct. There we have the right word on screen. Sumedha got it right. The word is etiquette. Etiquette. Sumedha, do you know what that word means?
Mannerism.
Lovely. That was very well said. It's the way you present yourself. It's the way you behave, the way your manner is in front of people. All right. So plus 10 to Ganga house. Next question going to Indus. Your word is scintillating. The word is scintillating. Scintillating. Indus house, it's your question.
Ma'am, it's Debushmita.
Debushmita, please go for it.
Ma'am, SCINTILLATING.
Perfect. Next slide. There's the correct word. Debushmita spelled it perfectly. So wonderful start for Indus house as well with a plus 10. The last word here in the first half of the round is now.
Ma'am, just a minute. Protasha, please put raise hand off. As soon as your turn is over, please remember to switch it off.
Right. Now the next question going to Yamuna House, this is your question. Your word is conscience. The word is conscience. Conscience. Yamuna.
Ma'am, it's
Prarthana,
Prarthana.
yes, go for it.
Ma'am, should it be Conscience?
Excellent start with for Yamuna as well. There is the correct word on screen with Mr. B with his pencil raised up. And that's not an easy word to spell. People find it difficult. Even adults find it difficult. And they mess up the I's and the E's and the S's and the C's. But Prarthana got it absolutely right. So it's conscience. And there's the word. Another set coming up. Brahmaputra, the next question is yours. Your word is campaign. Campaign. Campaign.
Ma'am, it's Siddharth.
Yes, Siddharth, please answer for your house.
Campaign.
Very well done, Siddharth. And there's the word that Siddharth was spelling absolutely right. So plus 10 again for Brahmaputra house. Now we move on to Ganga house. Ganga house, your word coming up now. Your word is occurrence. 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 Sumedha.
Ma'am, OCCURRENCE.
Can you do that very loudly, Sumedha? Loudly, scream it.
Ma'am, OCCURRENCE.
Well done, Sumedha. That was absolutely correct. It's OCCURRENCE. So plus 10 going to Ganga house as well. Next one coming up for Indus. Indus house, luck of the draw, your word is millennium. 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 Tonirika, go for it.
MILLENNIUM.
Wonderful. That's fantastic scoring in this round. I think we're really reaching the 100% mark. Tonirika got it absolutely right for Indus House, and the word is up there on screen, and she spelled it absolutely right for her house. Well done, Tonirika. Moving on with the last word of this round. The question is for Yamuna House. And Yamuna House, your word is deteriorate. 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 Yamuna House. Prarthana, go for it.
Ma'am, is it DETERIORETE?
I'm sorry, you got one thing messed up over there. I'm passing it to Brahmaputra House. Brahmaputra, someone raise hand, please, and take the word. It's deteriorate. Anyone has raised
Ma'am,
hand?
is Siddharth.
Siddharth, go for it.
Yes, ma'am. It is DETERIORATE.
That's right. Prarthana just slipped up with one letter. It's a plus 5 for Brahmaputra. She messed up with the last part where it's rate. She said RETE. It should be RATE. So that's a plus 5, a bonus plus 5 for Brahmaputra House. Now we come to the end of this round, but as I promised, there is a question for the audience members. The 16 participants of the 4 houses will not take this. It will be taken by anyone else from class 6 who is present this morning. So audience, this is your question coming up now. Your word is perennial. 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 Anyone from the audience, raise hand.
Ma'am,
Atharv.
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 Ma'am,
Atharv.
PERENNIAL.
Nial.
Oops, I think there was a bit of a mix-up over there. Anyone else? Yes, Elena, I can see your hand is up. Go for
Okay,
it.
ma'am. Perennial.
Well done. Atharv just missed one N and Elena filled in the N. So the word is perennial, which is forever. So Perennial. That's fantastic. A lovely start to this rain soaked spell bee this morning on the last day of Sangam 2021. I would now request Roshmita ma'am to please update us with the scores.
Yes, ma'am. After the end of round 1, we have Brahmaputra at 25. We have Ganga at 20. Indus is also at 20. And Yamuna not very far behind with 10.
Lovely start to the morning. I think everyone's scoring, and it's always nice to see any quiz or any spell bee where there is a lot of scoring by the children. That makes us happy. I think children also feel happy. And with those words, I'm going to move to round 2. And round 2, as you can see on screen, Mr. B has been up to tricks. And what has Mr. B done? Mr. B has messed up our words in the English language. Now, because of that, we are in a bit of a mess this morning. And what we will have to do, now remember, we are good students of English. And that's why we have to know our spellings well. So if Mr. B has been so very naughty, we have to straighten him up. So, and look at the way he's smiling at us and saying, hey, see what I've done at the corner of the screen. But we are not letting him pass so easily. So we will see the jumbled up word from Mr. B's basket on the screen, and the house will have to unscramble the word and give me the correct word. Participants, is it clear to you what you have to do? Please give a thumbs up if it is. Teachers, please tell me if they are all right, then we will go for it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, great. So this time we'll turn it around, Kuninika ma'am and Roshmita ma'am. We'll give an opportunity to Yamuna House to go first. We'll go anti-clockwise. So Yamuna House, the first scrambled up word. Oh, talking of scrambled, I really feel like having a hot plate of scrambled eggs, bacon and toast at the morning. But well, what to do? We are in the middle of spell bee. But let's see what we can do about that a little later. Yamuna House, your word coming up on screen now. Ooh la la, look at those fellows over there on screen. A, B, C, and D. Please remember to look at the pictorial clues because Mrs. Prasad has given you a little help. She thought Mr. B is going to trouble my little children. I am going to help them. So look at the clues and you might find the answer to the word in the clue. Of the scramble to unscramble. So Yamuna House, that's your word. Go for it.
Ma'am, I hope someone is keeping time.
Yes, Koninika ma'am, please. This one will give them time. So just give them 30 seconds. Yes,
Prathna.
Prathana. Prathana's hand has gone up. Unmute yourself, Prathana.
Similarity.
Once more, Prathana.
Similarity.
Oh, and how did you get to that, my girl? Tell me.
She should spell it, ma'am.
Will you spell it out? Then it'll be all right for everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Similary.
Let's see, Koshik sir, if what Prathana is saying is right, and absolutely well done, Prathana. So the word is similarity. And look at those pretty fellows on top. They are exactly the same. A is the same as B, and B is the same as C, and C is the same as D. So Prathana got a plus 10 for her house with similarity. The next word coming up for Indus house, every house will get 30 seconds to unscramble the word. Coming up next, Koshik sir, please change the slide. Aha, there is a Mr. Book over there. He's wearing spectacles. He's read too many of himself. And look at those amazing sneakers that he has. And we have to find a word.
Ma'am,
Oh,
Protasha.
Pratasha, what do you think Mr. Book is doing?
Ma'am, biography.
Will you spell it for me, please?
biography.
Fantastic, Pratasha. The word is biography, and you get a +10 for your house. Very well done. The next one, yes, Abhilasha, you have a question? No. Okay.
No, ma'am.
All right, no problem. The next one coming up now for Ganga House. Let's see what we have coming up next. Oh dear. There is a success loop, and it says get up. Try again. You have failed, but you have to keep trying. So what do you have to keep doing? What's the word?
Ma'am, it's Sumedha.
Sumedha's loudly, child, okay? Very loudly you will tell me the word.
Ma'am, perseverance. Ma'am, Perseverance.
That was a very, very difficult word if you ask me, but Sumedha got all her E's and A's in the right place and she got her word. The word is perseverance. When you fail, you don't give up hope. You get up and you try again till you succeed. So you persevere, and what you keep doing is perseverance. So well done, Sumedha, a +10 going to your house. The next question coming up for Brahmaputra house. Now let's see what's happening here. Oh dear me, what's happening there on screen? Oh my goodness. What do you think is the word Brahmaputra house?
Ma'am, it's
Siddharth,
Siddharth.
go for it.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
Siddharth.
it is accidentally.
Will you spell it for me, please, Siddharth?
Yes, ma'am. ACCIDENTELLY.
Siddharth, I'm going to give you another opportunity. You got the word right. Can you write it down and then tell me the spelling? Because this often happens when we are looking at it on screen. Just write the word down and tell me. They get a +10. I'm going to use my discretion as the, the quiz master. And they've got it right. Kaushik sir, we'll wait. Let Siddharth spell it out for us. Then we will show the correct slide. Check if you've got all the letters in place, Siddharth.
Yes, ma'am. It is
Go for it.
ACCIDENTELLY.
Perfect. Well done, child. And that's the right spelling. So accidentally is what happened to this fellow on screen, and he hurt himself so terribly. Let's hope that doesn't happen to any of us. All right. The next set coming up again, we begin with Yamuna House. Yamuna House, let's see what is coming up for you on screen. Oh, what a lovely picture. Please look at the clue in the bottom right-hand corner, and that will help you get the word.
Ma'am, it's Prarthana.
Prarthana again for her house. Prarthana is taking it away by herself. Yes, Prarthana, go for it.
Ma'am, kaleidoscope.
Will you spell it, child?
Yes, ma'am. KALEIDOSCOPE.
Lovely. Wonderful. We don't see that many kaleidoscopes nowadays. When we were children, I remember when we used to go to these fairs or Rothir Mela, these were things that were sold. Children, do you know what is a kaleidoscope?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have played with it.
Yes,
Ma'am, I
ma'am.
have.
Oh, very good. That's lovely to hear that many of you have one at home still. That's wonderful. So plus 10 going to Yamuna House. The next question coming up on screen for Indus. Oh, that fellow's looking confused. He needs some help. So what does he need?
Ma'am, 30 seconds is up.
Okay, then we pass to Ganga House. The same word goes to you, Ganga House. What do you think is the word?
Ma'am, it's
Yes,
Shreyoshi.
Shreyoshi. Shreyoshi, go for it.
Ma'am, guidance.
Will you
Ma'am,
spell it?
can I just read it from there?
Yes, you've written it. Go ahead.
Guidance.
Well done. And that's a plus 5 going to Ganga House. She worked it out all right. The word is guidance. Well done, Shreyoshi. You pick up a bonus for your house. And Shreyoshi, the next question is also coming to your house. So, next question coming up on screen. Oh, his hair has grown, staying marooned on that island. And he's looking far away at the ship that doesn't come to pick him up. Oh, Sumedha doesn't give anyone an opportunity. Yes, Sumedha, what's the word? Say it loudly.
Ma'am, inhabitant.
Spell it, please.
Ma'am, Inhabitant.
Wonderful, Sumedha. I think she's really got a knack with words. The word is inhabitant. This poor fellow is the inhabitant of that island, which fetches Sumedha a plus 10 for her house all over again. The last word of this round now coming up for Brahmaputra house. Next slide. Oh, I wish there were more people doing this for others in our lives. What do you think the word would be? Brahmaputra, it's yours.
Ma'am, it's Samidha.
Samidha, go for it.
Ma'am, the word is sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Wonderful, Samidha. It's good to see you bounce back again for your house. And the word is sacrifice. So a plus 10 to Brahmaputra house. And as I promised, there will always be a question for the audience. So the last one in this round is coming up for the audience. Participants, don't raise your hands. Next slide, please. Oh, that's so cute. He's put up a white flag. So what does he want to do?
Ma'am, it's Ranveer Singh.
Ranveer, what do you think is the word?
Ma'am, it's surrender.
Will you spell Ranveer?
Surrender.
Wonderful. That was the word. Sometimes it's good to surrender and put up the white flag if you feel that the opposition is too strong. So well done, Ranveer. Switch off your raise hand, and that's a lovely answer from the audience. So at the end of round 2, Kuninika ma'am, would you like to give us the scores this time?
Yes, ma'am. So after the end of round 2, Brahmaputra is at 45. Ganga is also at 45. Indus and Yamuna both at 30.
Oh, wonderful. So Brahmaputra is not being able to run away with it. Ganga, come on, give them a real solid fight. We will not allow them to just take it away. And Yamuna and Indus, you're not far away at all. We are not even halfway down the spell bee. So go for it. All right. Now, some different kind of fun we will have. You will see a picture coming up on the screen in round 3. And that picture is going to be related to an idiom or a proverb. So you have to look at the picture, study the picture carefully, and juggle your head a little bit and see whether you can come up with the proverb or the idiom that we are looking for. Roshmita ma'am and Koninika ma'am, we turn it around again. So we'll go with Brahmaputra first this time. Okay. So Brahmaputra house, the first picture is coming up for you. Oh, look at those two little fellows with the exclamation marks. And someone has done something over there with his basket. So what's
Can
happening?
you go to washroom?
Yes, please. You don't need to ask me that. $30 again, Kodinika ma'am, please.
Ma'am, it's Samidha.
Samidha, let's hear what you think is that fellow up to.
Ma'am, the idiom is to put all eggs in one basket.
Okay, and what does that actually mean, Samidha, when we do that?
Ma'am, I actually don't know the meaning quite well.
Oh dearie. Is anyone going to help Samidha with the meaning of that idiom? Anyone who knows the meaning of putting all your eggs in one basket? It's don't put all your eggs in one basket, but accepted. The answer is accepted, Samidha. Anyone wants to give it a shot and explain what that means?
Ma'am, Prarthana has raised hand and Tonirika both.
Okay, let's give Tonirika a chance. Tonirika, what do you think is the answer?
Ma'am, it is that don't put all your effort in only one activity.
All right, not effort. What we would say is don't put all your options together in one place. You should keep various options open so that if one fails, you can take up the other. But +10 to Brahmaputra house. Tonirika, well tried. Next question now going to Ganga house. Next slide, please. You. What is he doing and what does he have in his hand? Ganga house, your time is ticking away.
Ma'am, it's Sarthak.
Sarthak,
Ma'am, I think it is open a can of worms.
and what does that mean, Sarthak, if you open a can of worms?
To open a can of worms means to do something that will uncover more problems and make things worse than usual.
Okay, but Sarthak, I hope you don't have any other device with you and you're looking up things over there because then that will lead to disqualification of your house.
Oh, ma'am.
All right, so the Ganga house gets a +10, and that is to open a can of worms. What happens is when you open up something where a lot of problems will emerge, then it makes life very, very difficult. So we should try not to do that. The next one going to Indus. Oh, Mr. Candle is doing something strange. What is Mr. Candle doing in this house?
Ma'am, it's Protasha.
Protasha, what do you think Mr. Candle is doing?
It's don't burn both ends of a candle, but I don't remember the meaning quite well.
That's sad. I would want you to give it better. I mean, it doesn't actually begin with don't. What is Mr. Candle doing?
Burn the candle from both ends?
That's right. Burn the candle from both ends. That is correct. That's +10. Anyone knows what that means when you burn the candle at both ends?
Ma'am, it's Sanvi.
Sanvi, what do you think is the answer?
Ma'am, it means to work very hard.
It means to work very hard. Okay, in a way it does. That when you're struggling and you are doing everything possible to make ends meet. All right. The next one coming up now for whose question is it?
Ma'am, Yamuna house.
Okay, Yamuna house, your question coming up now. That's an easy one actually, if you ask me about the idioms.
Ma'am, it's Onurupa.
Onurupa, do you want to give me the answer? Yes, Onurupa.
Searching for a needle in a haystack.
What does that mean, Onurupa, when you are looking for a needle in a haystack?
I think it means doing an impossible thing.
Could anyone hear her properly? Because I'm getting her very muffled.
Ma'am, she
said to do something impossible.
To do something impossible. All right. Actually, it means that, in a very, very difficult situation, when you're trying to look for something that you will never find, or it would be very, very difficult to find. So if you've seen a haystack and if a needle is hidden there, it's not easy to find it. In fact, it's next to impossible. So +10 going to Yamuna house. The next question now coming up again for Brahmaputra. Here is your picture. Oh dear. Pray that doesn't happen to anyone.
Ma'am, it's Sanvi.
Sanvi, go for it.
Ma'am, I think it is sick of rain.
Oh, sick of rain. No, Sanvi, it's not that. I'll pass it to Ganga House. Ganga House, what do you think it is?
Ma'am, it's Sumedha.
Sumedha, now I'm going to mute myself and you have to say your answer very loudly.
Ma'am, is it raining cats and dogs?
No, sweetheart, it's not raining cats and dogs over here. I can't see any cats and dogs. Passing it to Indus House. Anyone in Indus going for it? No extra time for a bonus.
No, ma'am, there are no raised hands there.
Okay, then going to Yamuna House. Yamuna House, any answers for this picture?
Ma'am,
Any
it's
idiom?
Oshnigdha.
Osnigdha, go for it.
Ma'am, will the answer be feeling under the weather?
Absolutely. And Osnigdha, what does that mean? It's a
Ma'am,
+5 for you.
Ma'am, I guess it means that feeling sick.
Very good. That you're not feeling well enough, you're feeling
Yes.
unwell, and you're feeling sick, so you're a tad under the weather. Well done, Osnigdha. That's a +5 for your house. The next question now coming up for, is it for Ganga? Am I
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. The next slide, sir, for Ganga House. Oh, what's he doing? Oh dear.
Ma'am, it's Sumedha again.
Sumedha, I'm going to mute myself. You have to be very loud, okay?
Ma'am, stuck the nail on her head.
Can you say that once more, please?
Ma'am, stuck the nail on the head.
No, Sumedha, I'm not going to give that to you. If I get the correct answer from someone else, I'll come back. I'll use my discretion. Moving to Indus. She said, stuck the nail on the head. So that's not what we are looking for. Abhilasha, what do you think it should be?
Ma'am, it is hit the nail on the head.
Well done, Abhilasha. You hit the nail on the head. What does that mean, Abhilasha?
Ma'am, I'm not so sure about the
You know,
meaning.
children, you really have to brush up on your proverbs and idioms as to know the meaning. It's not enough to just know what the word, the line the line and learn it up by heart, because then you're not learning what it means. Hit the nail on the head means, okay, you got straight to the point. That's exactly the answer we are looking for. That's what it means. So the +5 goes to Indus House. Abhilasha picks up the +5. And the next question is also for Abhilasha's house. So next slide for Indus. Ooh, this fellow is looking to his left and he's looking to his right and he doesn't know what to do.
Ma'am, time is up.
Time is up for Indus House, passing to Yamuna. Any answer, Yamuna? Okay, passing to Brahmaputra House. Any answer from Brahmaputra?
Ma'am, it's Sanvi.
Sanvi, yes?
Ma'am, it is between the devil and the deep blue sea.
Oh, and what do you think that means, Sanvi?
Ma'am, I think it means that stuck in a situation in which both the ways or both the solutions are worse.
All right, both are difficult situations and you don't know what to do. You're stuck right in the middle. If you go left, you'll fall into the sea. If you go right, the devil will gobble you up. So you don't know what to do. So the +5 goes to Sanvi for Brahmaputra House. And the last question now coming up for, is it for Yamuna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. The last slide for the picture coming up now for Yamuna. That's
Ma'am,
an
it's
easy
Onurupa.
one.
It's
Onurupa, go for it, please.
Falling from the pan into the fire.
Okay, out of the frying pan into the fire. Anurupa, what do you think that means?
It means going from a bad situation to a worse.
Perfect. When you are in already in a lot of difficulty and you fall from there into a far more difficult situation, that's it, that you were already in that heated frying pan and you go fall straight into the fire. Plus 10 to Yamuna House. Well done. As I promise always, the last question is always for the audience. So, sir, could we have the last question for the audience? What's happening over there in the picture? Anyone in the audience?
Ma'am, it's ran.
Ryan, you can answer.
Ma'am, the boat's stuck in the storm.
No, that's not the answer. Sansthita had put up her hand also. Do you want to try?
Ma'am, it means that the lightning is
No, I
attacking the
want the
ship.
idiom. He got the idiom wrong. Do you know the idiom, Sansthita?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Anyone else in the audience? Okay, I'm going to try and see.
Ma'am,
Do we
it's
have
Spondon.
teachers in the audience?
Ma'am, it's Spondon. Spondon
Oh,
had raised.
Spondon, do you want to try?
Ma'am, cold tea means cold tea.
Cold tea. Oh dear, the tea has gone cold. No, my tea hasn't gone cold. Do any of the teachers want to try? What do you think is happening over there, teachers? Oh, never mind. This one is for me. It went from me and it comes back to me. The idiom we are looking for is storm in a teacup. Okay, when there is a storm in a teacup, can you see the storm up there? And there is a big huge teacup at the bottom. So there is a huge problem that has been raised, but it has been raised in a small area. It's a storm that has occurred in a teacup. So that one didn't find its place with the audience. No problem. End of round 3. Roshmita ma'am, would you like to give us the scores of the 4 houses, please?
Yes, ma'am. At the end of the third round, we have Brahmaputra at 60, Ganga at 55, Indus is at 45, and Yamuna is at 55.
As they say, it's anybody's game as we have crossed round 3 of spell B. Round 4, we have brought you something else because remember this morning we are trying to check
Ma'am,
all
who
the
has the
ways
highest
in.
score?
Ryan, at the moment it's Brahmaputra, but as I said, it's early days for anybody.
Okay, ma'am.
So as we say, it's anybody's game.
Ma'am,
And
this
we are
score will
here.
be added, right, to the day 3 score?
Yes, Ritom, it will be added to the day 3 score when it go. Now I won't put up anything else this evening. You will just have to wait to see the final prize distribution tomorrow on Facebook. So everyone should check out Facebook tomorrow through their parents' accounts and also see where the final house tally will stand, right? More results are expected. We haven't received results for several events as of now. So don't only go by spell B this morning, right? Moving to round
Ma'am,
4, we have round 4 coming up, and Mr. B has been up to a lot of tricks because he is now trying to be very difficult. And poor Mr. Bear on either side is wondering, should I be a BEAR and be a teddy bear? Or should I bear my clothes, as in remove my t shirt and show my little tummy? So, what are we actually searching for? We are searching for words which sound the same but which are spelt differently and which mean different things. So those words are called homophones. And Mr. B has given you an example straight away for you to understand what we are looking for. So I can say, there is a bear hiding behind my chair. That will be a B-E-A-R. And I can say, oh, I can see someone who is bare chested. That means that person is not wearing his shirt. Both the words sound the same, but they are spelled differently and they mean something completely different, and they are called homophones. Um, can someone tell me which house we began with last time?
Ma'am, now we will start with Yamuna.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll start with Yamuna House in round 4. The first slide coming up for you now. Yamuna House, 30 seconds for you to figure it out. There are lovely clues and pictures over there. You must dash the dough properly. You dash 2 cups of sugar to add to the cake mixture. Remember, we are looking for 2 words that sound exactly the same, but they mean completely different things. Time has started for Yamuna. You must dash the dough properly. What do you do to the dough? And what do you have to add to your cake mixture to make it tasty?
Ma'am, it's Prarthana.
Okay, Prarthana, let's hear what you have to say.
Ma'am, there can be two. One is AD and one is ADD.
AD.
Yes, ma'am.
What does AD stand for? What word is that, Prarthana?
It can be advertisement and the ADD can be for addition.
No, but how are those fitting into these 2 sentences, sweetheart? And ad, as you are saying, that is a short form of advertisement. That is a full word. Okay,
Ma'am,
so
can
we
I
are not
try?
looking, please, Ditya, mute yourself. We are not looking for words that are short forms or acronyms. We are looking for homophones. So the question now passes to Indus House.
Ma'am, Onurupa has raised her hand, but I guess Yamuna will not get a second chance.
No,
right?
they will not. Tonirika, you can go for it for Indus.
Ma'am, the word is need. Ma'am, in the first one, it is KNEAD. That means to need something. And the second one is need, NEED. That we need 2 cups of sugar.
Okay, let's see if Tonirika has got the homophones right. Absolutely right. One is you need to press, that is kneading the dough, and the other is, here is my teacup, and I need to add 2 spoons of sugar. Well done, Tonirika. That's a +5 going to Indus House. And the next question coming up is for Indus as well. A dash of fans was waiting to see the great star. People began to dash food grains, fearing a shortage.
Ma'am, Protasha has raised her hand.
Yes, Pratasha, let's hear you.
The first will be horde as in HORDE, and the second will be HOARD.
Can you tell me the meaning of the 2 words, Pratasha?
The first one means crowd, and the second one means to store it in large quantities.
Excellent. Well done. And the answers we were looking for are HORDE, as in a big crowd. And the next one is HOARD, which is gathering together in large quantities. So a horde of fans was waiting to see the star, and people began to gather or hoard food grains, fearing a shortage. +10 to Indus House. The next question coming up for Ganga. The speech is likely to dash violence and hatred. The film gives us an dash into rural life. 2 words that sound exactly the same, but they mean completely different things. Koninika ma'am, what's the status with time?
Ma'am, the time has just run out.
Time has run out. So this was Ganga House's question and they couldn't get it. We pass to Brahmaputra. Any hands from Brahmaputra?
Ma'am, it's Siddharth.
Siddharth, please tell me what you think is the answer.
And the first one will be insight, which consists of the uh, INCITE, and the second will be insight, which is INSIGHT.
Wonderful, Siddharth, but can you give me what the meanings are?
Yes, ma'am. The meaning of the first word is to bring forth, and this meaning of the second word is which gives us some knowledge about it.
Okay, the first one, insight, means when you ignite. All right, it is possible to trigger off something. And the second word is when it gives us a look, a view into what is happening. Well done, Siddharth. That's a +5 for Brahmaputra house. The next question now going to Brahmaputra house. Here is your set coming up on screen. They are looking for a suitable dash to build a new school. And the lawyer was asked to dash evidence to prove that the accused was not guilty. Same sounding word, meaning totally different things. Suitable dash to dash evidence.
Time is up, ma'am.
Any answers from Brahmaputra? No? Okay. We are going to over to Yamuna now. Yamuna, your bonus. No answers from Yamuna. Pass to Indus.
Ma'am, it's Abhilasha.
Abhilasha, try.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the first one is principal, which is PRINCIPAL, and the next is principal, which is PRINCIPLE.
Sweetheart, that's a good attempt, but you see, the first one might have worked, but when you look at the second sentence, you will see it doesn't fit in because the sentence would become incorrect. The lawyer was asked to principal advise evidence? No. To give, if the word to give was there, then it would have been different. Going over now to Yamuna.
Ma'am, Ganga now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get it wrong?
We are going counterclockwise. No.
No.
Sorry.
That was,
Right.
it's going to Yamuna
Right.
as the bonus.
Right.
Anyone in Yamuna?
Sumedha.
Yes, Sumedha,
Yes,
I'm going to
Sumedha, I'm
mute
going to mute
myself.
myself.
Ma'am, spot. Ma'am, spot. Ma'am, spot.
Sumedha, that wouldn't be a homophone because both the words are the same spelling, same, meaning. Passing, it was Ganga's question?
Can I try from the audience?
No, not now. Wait.
Ma'am, it was Brahmaputra's question, so we've completed. We've got no answers.
We've got no answer. Okay. Anyone from the audience wants to try?
Sharthak still has his, now he's put it down. Sumedha and Atharv. Atharv and
Atharv,
Sumedha.
you want to try?
Ma'am, I think the word is build.
No, there's no homophone there. All right. I think I'll give the answer. Let it be my prerogative. No, plot is wrong. Okay, Kaushik sir, can we have the answer slide, please? It's site and site. One is SITE, location, and the other is CITE, as in prove, show proof, or give evidence. Okay, well, that's the middle of the round. We go back to Brahmaputra, and the next question is yours. He cut his foot on a rusty piece of dash. The athlete proved his dash by winning the race despite his injury. Remember, same sounding word, different spelling, different meaning. Yes, Yamuna House, it's your question. Yes, Prarthana, please tell me.
Ma'am, the first one should be steel, STEEL, and the second one should be steel, STEAL.
No, then Prarthana, the meaning goes wrong. The athlete proved his steal. He's not stealing money from me. You know what I mean? You are giving me STEAL, that is stealing, that is being a thief. All right, moving from Yamuna to Indus. Indus, you can take the bonus. I saw Abhilasha's hand going up and Tonirika's hand going up.
Ma'am,
Am I
it's
right?
Tonirika. It's Tonirika.
Tonirika, please take the question.
Ma'am, the word is metal. Ma'am, the first one is METAL and the second word is METTLE.
Can you tell me the meaning of the second? The first one we all know.
Ma'am, to prove its achievement or ma'am, to prove what he's capable of.
Right, to prove his ability, to prove what he's capable of. Well done. That's a +5 to Indus house. Indus, now it's your direct. Look at the screen with the slide coming up next. He pulled a dash while playing tennis. A dash is a seafood delicacy related to clams and oysters. Remember, same sounding word, different spelling, different meaning. One is a sea animal, the other is a part of your body. Yes, Tonirika.
Ma'am, the word is muscle. Ma'am, the first one is MUSCLE and the second word is MUSSEL.
Have you ever had mussels, Tonirika, to eat?
No, ma'am.
Neither have I, but I know they're awful because people usually have them raw, or they put some lime juice and they have it with salt and pepper. Not in my favorite set of food, but well done, Tonirika, picking up a +10 for her house. Excellent. That was not an easy one. You pull a mussel, and mussels are something that you eat. Next question, going to Ganga house. Your set coming up on screen now. The audience waited for the models to dash down the catwalk. She added a dash of sugar to her coffee. When you're at a cafe having coffee with your friend to uplift your mood, this is there on the table. That's the second one. And models do that when they walk the ramp. So what do? What's the word we are looking for? Ganga, it's your question. It's your direct. It's an easy one. If you can figure out the second one, then the first one is very easy. Sumedha, I will mute myself and you'll have to be very loud. Go for it.
Ma'am, the audience waited for the models to walk down the catwalk, WALK, and she added a wok, WOK, of sugar to her coffee.
Good try, but a wok, the second one which you're saying, WOK, that is like a cauldron. If I add so much of sugar to my cup of coffee, then I won't be able to drink it. Okay, so that's not right. Moving to Brahmaputra for the bonus. Anyone in Brahmaputra taking the bonus? No. Passing to Yamuna. No one there either. Passing to Indus. Anyone taking it in Indus? Indus house, anyone wants to take it?
Ma'am, it's Pratasha.
Yes, Pratasha.
I'm not quite sure about the spelling of the first one, but sachet.
What's the spelling of the second?
SAC. Hold on. Just need to write it. SACHET.
That's which one?
Second one.
What does that mean?
It means a small packet.
And the first one?
And the first one spelling I'm not sure of.
Then I'm sorry, I can't give you the marks. And Pratasha, if there is anyone else in the room helping you, I will disqualify your house. So if there is anyone else in the room, your mother or your father or any cousin or sister, please ask the person to leave, because that will not be right. Anyway, I'm not going to give you any marks for that one. It is sachet. The first, let's look at the answer slide. The first is SASHAY. When they walk down the ramp, they have a swaying walk. Models are trained to do that. And the second one, Pratasha got it right, is SACHET, a small packet, as she said. But using my discretion, I will not award any marks to Indus House. Pratasha, you need to be careful about your participation, please. So that was, I think, Ganga House's question. The last question going to Brahmaputra. Your set coming up on screen. The dash is commonly called the roof of the mouth. And an artist uses a dash to mix his or her colors. Brahmaputra, it's your question. It's your direct.
It's Anvi.
Yes, Anvi, try.
Yes, ma'am. The first one is the palette, which is Pallet, is commonly called the roof of the mouth, and the second one is palette, which is a Palette.
So spell the first one once more.
Ma'am, Pallet.
That's the first one.
Yes, ma'am.
And the second one?
Ma'am, the Palette.
I'm going to come back. I'm passing it. I'm not saying anything. I'm passing it to Yamuna House.
Ma'am, it's Sheikh Tessin.
Yes, Tessin.
Ma'am, the first one is palette.
Spell Tessin.
Ma'am, it is Palate.
Okay, and the second one?
And the second one is Palette.
Well done. That's a +5 going to Yamuna House. He got the spellings right, and what Sanvi didn't get right was the spelling of the first one. So it's Palate for the first one, which is the roof of our mouth, inside our mouth. And we see a lovely palette with a lot of colors. That's what the artists use when they mix colors. So a +5 to Yamuna House. That completes round 4. The last question, as always, is an audience question. Sir, could we have that, please? They began the long dash to the top of the mountain. Both houses of parliament must give their dash to the bill. Anyone in the audience? Yes, Shrimohi Biswas.
Yes, ma'am. I think they began the long trip to the top of the mountain, and both houses of the parliament must give the tip to the bill.
No, I'm sorry, Shrimohi. That was not the right thing. Anyone else?
Ma'am, it's Kabir Chaturvedi.
Kabir, do you want to try?
Ma'am, I think it's list.
Lift.
No,
No.
ma'am, list, ma'am, list.
List.
Yes, ma'am, both houses of parliament must give the.
What about the first one, child? Then what will be the long dash to the top of the mountain? Okay, one last try for someone in the audience.
Ma'am, there are no more rays.
Right. Well, it's my turn to give the answer, which is rare, but I will. The answers were ascent and ascent. There you are. Long climb up to the top is ASCENT. You ascend the mountain. And the houses of parliament say yes. When they say yes, they give their assent, ASSENT, to a bill. Okay, so at the end of round 4, before we go into the final round of spell bee this morning, Roshmita ma'am, may I request you to give us the score?
At the end of the 4th round, we have Brahmaputra at 65, Ganga is at 55, Indus is at 75, and Yamuna closely catching up 60.
Oh dear, as we move into the final round, it's anybody's game, and let's see how it pans out, because this is a round which will be the clincher, as they say, or the deciding round. Roshmita ma'am and Koninika ma'am, you all have to be on high alert for this round. As I explain it, you will know why. Because participants, listen to what I'm going to say very, very carefully. On screen, you will see one word, okay? And we will give you first, before we start, you need to decide between the 4 participants who will do this task. We can't have all 4 doing it together. You have to choose a leader. And from that big long word, you have to make as many words as possible, minimum 2-letter words, okay? Not, you can't give me a, You can't give me that. You can't give me I. One letter is not allowed. Minimum 2-letter words till 5 letters, 6 letters, whatever, in a minute. Okay, you keep saying and I'll keep noting and we'll do a count. Okay, at the end of 1 minute, how many words you have managed to give me. Is that clear, participants? Please ask me if you haven't understood what I'm saying. In 1 minute, from the word displayed on screen, from those letters, you have to make as many words as possible. And before we start, each house has to choose a leader. Yes, Samidha, you have a question.
Ma'am, will the word be the same for all houses?
No, sweetheart. Every house will get a different word. Or Snigdha, you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, for example, in minute, MIN, min is an abbreviation of
No, wonderful question,
that?
Snigdha. I really appreciate that question. No abbreviations are allowed. You
Okay,
need full words which mean something in their entirety. No abbreviations are allowed. And as I said, minimum 2-letter words, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as much as you want. Now, Brahmaputra house.
Ma'am, if you could also tell them no proper nouns.
Yes, no proper nouns. Please don't say, from the word, don't say rose. Okay, that's someone's name. No proper nouns are allowed. Right. Now, Brahmaputra house, will you choose your leader, please? Who will take this on behalf of the house? Who are the participants? Yes, Samidha, you will go for it? Yes, all right.
Yes,
so, Samidha, you will take it for your house. Good. Ganga house, who will go?
Ma'am, I want to.
Shreyoshi, you will go? Okay. Sumedha and Shreyoshi, decide between yourselves, please.
Ma'am, Samidha has her hand raised.
Yes, Samidha.
Ma'am, can I bring a copy real quick?
Sorry?
Ma'am, can I bring a copy for writing down the words real quick?
Yes, please do. Please do. So, who will it be? Will it be Shreyoshi or Sumedha for Ganga?
Ma'am, I suggest let it be Shreyoshi because Sumedha has answered a lot of questions.
Okay, sure, ma'am. For Indus, who will it be?
Ma'am, I'll do it.
Ma'am, I'll do it.
Tonirika will do it. Okay, Tonirika will do it. And for Yamuna.
Can I?
Ma'am, it's Tessin wants to do it.
All right, Tehseen, I think that's a good idea because Pratana's answered a lot. Right, okay. Let's start with Yamuna. Tehseen, the word will come up on screen, and when I say your time starts now, you start spelling, okay? And you start telling me the words loudly, okay? If you need a copy, you can keep a copy also for yourself. But when I say your time starts now, you start then, okay? Ready, Tehseen? Sir, may we have his word? Tehseen, your time starts now. He's coming and going. Ma'am, I think we'll, what should we do?
Someone else from Yamuna. Yes, we can.
Yes, Onurupa, I think you go for it. I'm giving you your time again. Okay, start.
Knowledge, no, now.
Okay, no, now, knowledge, then?
Own.
One.
Dent. Gel.
Sorry, once more.
Gel.
Ma'am, she said gel.
Okay, yes.
Game.
Okay.
Team.
Yes.
Net. Get.
Yes. Time is over. All right. She's got 1, 2, 3. Please unmute. Don't unmute yourself just now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 words. Onurupa's got 11 words in 1 minute from acknowledgement. That's very well done, Onurupa. For every word, I am giving you 5 points. So please add 55 points to Yamuna House. Right. Sarthak, why is your hand raised?
Ma'am, if we find out more words than our leader did, ma'am, can we say those?
No, not now. It's because it's house-wise. That was Yamuna House's question. Okay. Now the next one is going to Indus, and Tonirika will be taking it. So Tonirika, the next word coming up on screen, and when I say your time starts now, you will start giving me the words clearly. Is that clear, Tonirika?
Yes,
Tonirika,
ma'am.
can you unmute yourself? Leave yourselves unmuted. Only
Okay,
you
ma'am.
and I are speaking now. All right. Sir, give Tonirika her word. Your time starts now.
Ma'am, no, now,
Yes.
ledge,
Yes.
lead,
Yes.
gel,
Yes.
wed,
Yes.
dog,
Good.
can,
Yes.
ma'am, ma'am, wed.
Wed.
Yes, ma'am, wed.
You said that.
Ma'am,
You
she
said
said
that
that earlier.
already. You
Okay,
said
ma'am.
that.
Ma'am, then glad.
Glad.
Yes,
There's no
ma'am, glad.
A. There's no A.
Ma'am, geek.
Okay. Time's up. Okay, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 fives are 45. Please add 45 points to Indus House, teachers. Right. The next one.
Protasha, ma'am, Protasha has her hand raised.
Yes, Protasha.
I'm just lowering my hand.
Thank you. The next one will be going to Ganga House. Ganga House. Shreyoshi, will you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It's only you and I who are going to speak now, so you keep yourselves unmuted. Sir, may we have Ganga House's word, please? Shreyoshi, your time starts now.
Ma'am, person, son, pet, fin, cat, not, not, fit, fit, sit, nine,
Yes.
fine,
Good.
time,
Sorry, come again. What did you say?
TINE, time.
That doesn't mean anything.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Then
Time up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 into 5, 60 points going to Ganga House. Well done, Shreyoshi. And now, Samidha, will you unmute
Yes, ma'am.
yourself? All right,
Yes, ma'am.
Samidha, it will just be you and me, so remain unmuted. Sir, may we give the word to Samidha now? Samidha, your time starts now.
Ma'am, income. Ma'am,
Sorry, what did you
trade.
say? Income. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, ma'am, hen. Invisible.
There's no V, child.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, compress.
There's no double S.
Ma'am. Hen.
Hmm.
Ma'am. Sen.
Hmm.
Ma'am. Corn.
Yes.
Ma'am. Ben.
Yes.
Bill. Bile.
Bill will not happen because there's no double L. Bile
Okay,
is
ma'am.
correct.
Bile. Ma'am. Bile. Ma'am. Ma'am. And
Time up. All right. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 fives are 45 points to Brahmaputra House, please.
Ma'am, 7 fives, 35.
Oh, so sorry. 35. Yes. Roshmita ma'am, please settle scores. I'll repeat. Last round, Yamuna House had 55, Indus had 45, Ganga had 60, and Brahmaputra had 35. Well, as Tom and Jerry says, that's all, folks, for this morning. I hope you enjoyed as much as Mrs. Prasad and I enjoyed making the spell bee for you. We got an enormous amount of support and help from Siloni ma'am because she worked with us in the beginning, and we had a lot of brainstorming before we did the spell bee for the junior school. And then this morning we have brought it for a completely different set for the Sangam Inter-House Spell Bee finals.
Ma'am,
So
may we ask all the children without unmuting themselves to applaud for Siloni ma'am for putting together
we can applaud like this. Do you know?
Yes.
When we are silent, we applaud like this. So everyone can do that. Because Siloni ma'am helped ma'am and me a lot to do this for you this morning. And
ma'am,
children, yes, ma'am.
just before we have the scores, can we please have a round of applause for Kaushik sir, because he has operated the entire PPT and he has done all the technical work behind the scenes. So let us applaud for Kaushik sir.
Everyone, Kaushik sir, can you now show us your face and say hello to all the children? Kaushik sir, are you there? Sir has...
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir, good morning. And sir is in school, children. For you, he has gone all the way to school and he has been there from early in the morning so that we can have an enjoyable morning. Everyone, for Kaushik sir, only for Kaushik sir. Thank you so much, Kaushik sir, for doing it so beautifully for us this morning. And
And
also
ma'am,
to the support team of the IT department for giving us their support right through Sangam. I think it wouldn't have been possible without them. So, ma'am, it's
ma'am,
over to you.
yes, and children, so we have thanked Siloni ma'am and we have thanked Kaushik sir, but we have to thank Roshmita ma'am and Koninika ma'am for keeping time and keeping score. So a special round of applause for Koninika ma'am and Roshmita ma'am for all the hard work. And I always say the best for the last. So a very, very special, come on, wherever you are, everyone stand and applaud for Priyadarshini ma'am for beautifully conducting this spell bee. So if you've had a lot of fun, stand up wherever you are and let's give ma'am a huge round of applause. All right, so that's all the
Thank you,
fun.
children. I think, ma'am, these beautiful smiling faces are the biggest reward that we can ask for. Such lovely smiling faces on a rainy morning. I think we couldn't have asked for something better. And children, before we sign off and before we tell you the scores, I want all of you to give me a response and leave yourselves on mute. But could we have a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Because we are now in the last day of Sangam. Did you enjoy yourselves through the last 4 days? All right, can we hold that and could we ask Kaushik sir to take a screenshot? Whoever is visible on screen, Kaushik sir, put on all your cameras, children, and let's see if you enjoyed yourselves.
It's
let's
lovely, ma'am. It's lovely because
Please wait a second.
Samidha
yes.
and Protasha have a double thumbs up.
They've
They
all
are
got
so
double thumbs
happy.
up.
Yes.
Samida, Shaurik, I can see so
Yes.
many of them, all double thumbs up. So that's fantastic. I can't tell you how much we've enjoyed. All of us, all the teachers and all of us have enjoyed putting Sangam together for you. And I hope you have really, really had a good 4 days of fun. So teachers, are you ready now with the scores for all of us? Roshmita ma'am, will you do the honors of telling us the scores of the Spell Bee Interhouse Finals for Sangam 2021?
Gladly so, ma'am. After a wonderful morning with such brainstorming answers from all of you intelligent souls, well done, all of you. We have Brahmaputra at 100. We have Ganga and Yamuna at 115. And we have Indus at 120.
Well done. So we have a tie for the second position. So taking it away this morning, we have Yamuna House. Am I right?
Indus is
Oh,
at 120.
Indus is at 120, and just 5 marks away, we have a tie. So well done, children, and fantastic work by all the 16 participants, and tremendous support, I think, from all your classmates. Thank you, everyone.